If you've got a blue collar beer belly, as I call it, and you're ready to get rid of it, then stick around because I'm going to teach you how to lose 30 pounds in the next 90 days. I'm Taylor Thrasher. I used to be a heavy drinking blue collar construction worker that was not confident in my body, and I felt stuck in life because of it. But with the right mindset, guidance, and habits, I was able to change all that and get into incredible shape. And now, fast forward a couple years later, I'm living a life beyond my wildest dreams with a beautiful family, a thriving business, and tons of untapped potential that I plan to tap into. My goal with this channel is to help guys who are in the spot that I used to be in improve their bodies, their confidence, and their lives. So when it comes to losing 30 pounds in 90 days, there's 3 principles you really have to master. These 3 principles are why I've been able to help men achieve the crazy transformations that I have on my one-on-one coaching program. So if you're serious about this, then take notes. Principle number 1 is mindset. It wasn't until I changed my mindset and I just became a beast. I started getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I started tracking all of my meals. I gave up on the notion that I couldn't be below 200 pounds because of some amount of mass that I had put on. And I just fully embraced the process of getting in the best shape of my entire life. And without that mindset, I guarantee you it wouldn't have happened. So if you want to get in the best shape of your entire life, you have to take the plunge and decide that you are not a man that's content being complacent and being average anymore. You have to become a beast and chase perfection and excellence in every area of your life, up here and here. And now seems like a perfectly fitting time to talk about principle number 2, which is nutrition. Nutrition is essential for fat loss, so make sure to pay attention here. There's tons of different diet advice that you're gonna find online, and truthfully, a lot of those different methods work, but for the most part, I have found that they're unsustainable. So the most sustainable method that I have found is literally eating clean, balanced foods with a good ratio of macronutrients. Macronutrients, which we'll get into in a little bit, are proteins, carbs, and fats. Here I have white rice, which is my carbohydrate source, chicken breast, which is my protein source, and a little bit of olive oil, which is my dietary fat source. And then I just put on some freebie vegetable toppings. This is one of my meals for the day. There's no need to get super fancy or elaborate with your meals, which is why I literally have chicken, rice, and olive oil right here. You just need to eat 4 to 5 clean meals a day that hit your macros. That's what I did when I got in great shape when I was working construction. That's what I do now. And that's what all my one-on-one coaching clients with the crazy transformations do now also. Sometimes I'll have a new client tell me, well, dude, my wife cooks for the family at night. She's not gonna go and make me my own meals, my own meal preps for work. And that's when it's time for you to nut up and just cook your own meals. It's super easy. It's not rocket science. Like I just said, chicken, rice, a couple of vegetables, oats, eggs, protein powder, very, very simple things, but that's what it takes. Simplicity is key when it comes to nutrition, and if that means you have to cook your own food, then so be it. So I gotta eat this, and then we have to figure out what your macros are, and for that, we're gonna go to the garage. Calculating macros is pretty easy because we have this crazy thing nowadays called the internet machine. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to tdeecalculator.com. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna show you your total daily energy expenditure, okay? You're gonna enter in your age, your height, your weight, your activity level. Now do me a favor, okay? Unless you're an apprentice running your ass off every single day, when it asks your activity level, don't be like, high activity. Give yourself moderate to low activity, okay? I know you're not sedentary, but shoot for the low side. All that's gonna do is shave a couple extra calories off. It's gonna give you faster results. It's gonna work better. Trust me, I've seen it 1,000 times, okay? So what that's gonna do is it's gonna spit out your total daily energy expenditure in calories, okay? So let's say, for example, it's 2,500 calories. You need to be eating in a calorie deficit. So what you're gonna do from there, you're gonna go and put yourself in a 500 calorie deficit, okay? So 2,500 is what it takes to maintain exactly where you're at. 2,000 calories is 500 calories less than you need to maintain exactly where you're at. This is what's gonna get you to lose weight, okay? And then you're gonna split that for your macros into proteins, carbs, and fats. So this is what I like to run, okay? For protein, I like it to be 40% of your overall daily caloric intake. Carbohydrates, I like to use 35% of your total daily caloric intake. For fat, I like it to be 25%. Okay, so what that looks like for 2,000 calories, I believe, is 200 grams of protein. Oh, I think it's 175 grams of carbohydrates and 55 grams of fat, okay? So what you're gonna do there is you're gonna download some app like MyFitnessPal, Carb Manager. There's a bunch of other ones. I use MyFitnessPal, and you're going to track 200 grams of protein, 175 grams of carbs, and 55 grams of fat every single day. You're not gonna deviate from that plan, and that is gonna start to get you in the best shape of your entire life. And now, before we move on to principle number 3, there's one more thing that I need to bring up, okay? See this right here? This is what you might call a cold one, okay? You get it, it's a beer, okay? You might consume one of these with the boys every now and then. Sometimes it comes in one of these. Ooh, let's see. Looks like a ketchup bottle. It's a Coors Light bottle. You need to ditch the alcohol, okay? There's 7 calories per gram of alcohol. Those need to go. Those are empty calories. They're liquid calories. Your estrogen goes up the more alcohol you drink, which is your female hormone, okay? You don't want any of that. That's where the beer belly comes from. That's where the internal softness comes from. It's what makes you act like a pussy and not want to eat this because you're like, I'm hungry, crying your eyes out. It doesn't matter. Ditch the alcohol. That dude, I worked out for like a decade, okay? It was like 8 years, and I was not stoked with what I saw in the mirror. I got strong, I got big, but I did not look muscular. I didn't look good. This was the main culprit. And Costco muffins in the name of gains, which I will not be doing again because those have probably 55 or more grams of fat per muffin. If anybody tells you they're eating pizza in the name of gains, they're an idiot. You teach them this, you will help them change their life. Let's move on to principle number 3. Principle number 3 is super simple. Train hard. Now, training hard doesn't mean doing 2-a-days. It doesn't mean doing 75 hard. It doesn't mean an hour of cardio. It doesn't mean 1,000 burpees. It literally means hitting the gym for an hour to an hour and a half a day, 4 to 6 days a week, and training intentionally. Focusing on progressive overload. If you're unfamiliar with progressive overload, it is as simple as adding more repetitions with the same weight week over week, or adding weight with the same repetitions week after week, which means every time you go to the gym, you're doing a little bit more work than you did the time previous. That is progressive overload. That is how you're going to get strong. That is how you're going to see the best results. That is what the guys in my one-on-one coaching program focus on. They track all their workouts on my training app, so it's super easy to do, but without that, you're not going to see as good of results. You've probably seen it before if you've spent any time in a gym. People will go there day in and day out for years and still end up looking the same. That is not what I want for you. I want you to lose 30 pounds in 90 days or do way better than that. Some of the guys that I've worked with have made even faster progress than that. My man Justin, he was training in the gym. He was actually taking testosterone, TRT, for years. He was in the gym for like 3 years. He thought he was eating clean. He thought he was training hard. He thought his mindset was in the right spot. He adopted the 3 principles and he made this transformation in 90 days. This dude's in his 40s. I got another guy, Angel. He was 355 pounds, I believe, when he started with me. And in 4 months and 27 days, he lost 101 pounds by following the 3 principles. Another one, Alec, locked his mindset in. He lost 80 pounds in like 6 months. He tracked every meal. He tracked every workout, didn't miss a workout. He went from literally working essentially a dead-end job. He worked at Texas Roadhouse as a manager. He was there for 14 years. He was only making a couple grand a month. Shortly after being on my program, he got so ripped, he went on to start his own online fitness coaching business. The gym that he trained at, the owner was like, hey, you're so ripped that I would actually love for you to coach some of our in-person clients. and he got an opportunity to work for a financial firm doing investment planning for rich people, helping people plan for retirement, making people money. This dude went on to make from 4 figures a month to 5 figures a week after he quit working at Texas Roadhouse. That is the transformation that you can have with these 3 principles, I'm telling you. So if you want to get involved with my one-on-one coaching program, click the link down below in the description, fill out an application, and we will be talking soon. I'm Taylor Thrasher. I'll see you on the next one.